Hi everyone, and welcome to the City of Farmers Branch Economic Development Update for the year 2020. I'm Jeff Brady, coming to you from the City of Farmers Branch City Hall. Well, let's go ahead and say it. The year 2020 was the one no one expected. And while the city's economic development team is working hard to attract new businesses to Farmers Branch, an equal amount of time and effort in 2020 went into the support and guidance of current existing local businesses just to keep them in place and in the black. Regardless, 2020 had some major commercial milestones. In February, Trinity Industries announced that they were moving their headquarters to International Plaza at 14221 North Dallas Parkway. Up to 100 full-time employees will move into the space after final renovations. Trinity Industries joins Tenet as new occupants of the former home of J.P. Morgan. As the coronavirus pandemic descended on Dallas County, however, many businesses and public buildings were shut down in an effort to stem the spread of COVID-19. But the diversity of the Farmers Branch economy proved vital.
Diversity really helped the city of Farmers Branch during the COVID-19 closures, because while a lot of cities have predominantly non-essential businesses, we had a healthy blend of essential, non-essential businesses. We are not dominated by one industry that had to close down. So the health of our diversified economic sector really helped us come out in a strong financial situation. The creativity of our business owners was really highlighted when we saw examples of big game football. They were retooling from a football manufacturer to making masks. And a lot of businesses had to find a way to rethink what they were doing. But they're really getting creative on how they're doing their work and how they're spacing out employees and how they have a hybrid of a work from home situation. So businesses and the people that run our large and small businesses alike stepped up to the challenge, and they're really creative how to reinvent themselves.
In the first quarter, our Economic Development Department started calling large and small employers to determine how the city could assist. Small businesses were hit particularly hard and needed the most immediate attention. Several larger employers helped Farmers Branch restaurants by ordering to-go meals for their local staff. Mayor Robert Dye offset the cost of local residents ordering takeout from Farmers Branch restaurants with his popular Meals on the Mayor offer. And our economic development team helped identify and promote a state grant program for local restaurateurs.
We created on March 23rd the Texas Restaurant Relief Fund. We have given out more than 400 grants. Many of these are unrestricted grants that give just cash in hands to the restaurants to keep their operations going and to support their employees.
In March, Cox Farms opened as an anchor tenant in Mustang Station. Other confirmed tenants slowed interior finish out due to the COVID-19 crisis, but are now moving ahead. Cedar Creek Brew House, Roots Southern Table, Red Sticks Asian Street Food, and Starwood Cafe all plan to open by late spring 2021.
We're very excited for Cedar Creek to come into the area. I've known those guys for a couple of years now, and it's going to be fun to be their neighbors again. The more people that we bring together to this complex, the more eyes that get in front of all of our businesses. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see people out on the patio, enjoying a beer, enjoying their food, and then looking down on our beautiful store and say, hey, you know, I want to stop in and just see what they have, and it's going to be a fun experience.
In addition, the Economic Development team secured several pallets of food donated by El Rancho Supermarket to help Metro Crest Services manage a shortage in April. During the summer, federal CARES funding for businesses impacted by the pandemic was allocated to Farmers Branch through Dallas County. A primary component was the city's partnership with development firm Team Better Block to create temporary outdoor spaces or parklets for restaurants to offer an outdoor socially distanced seating option. Cuquitas, Cadillac Barbecue, Odd Muse Brewery, and Nuevo Leon were among the first restaurants to build the outdoor patio spaces.
Because of the pandemic, we are only open at 50% capacity. As you can well imagine, the outdoor patio, the parklet that is being installed, is going to be a huge, huge help for us that will really help us to increase our business. And I think this is just going to be a really fun place for people to kind of meet and hang out and have a drink and grab some tacos. I think it's just going to be the blessing that we really, really needed.
Native coffee owner Luke Jackson says the parklet concept was innovative and demonstrated the proactive mindset of the city's economic development team.
The idea of getting something completely free from your local government was just like, I have no idea where this is going to go. So I just held my hands kind of open and, working with John and Andrew and Jason, who actually built, our whole parklet. It was pretty amazing. I just think it's really exciting and cool that local government's kind of leading that. And what a cool project to kind of even start that by building these outdoor spaces, using that money to help businesses, but also like have a vision and direction for the city. I'm super excited about that, even outside of our shop.
To bolster the health of the West Side industrial sector, Mercer Business Park secured a lease in July with Vanity Arts to fill 115,000 square feet. Scout and Cellar leased an additional 25,000 square feet. For residents and developers, several marquee city programs accelerated reinvestment in residential neighborhoods during 2020. The Neighborhood Revitalization Program continued to move forward with 11 older, unimproved homes demolished and cleared. The lots were put up for sale on the MLS website. In addition, 9 residents applied for the Demo Rebuild program. The cash grant and tax rebate offer helps homeowners build their ideal new dream homes at affordable prices in Farmers Branch. Also, the first Neighborhood Partnership Program was submitted and approved in August. Homeowners in the Wooded Creek subdivision received grant funding to help with new marsh lane fences. The project should be complete in February. The second NPP application was approved in December for landscape upgrades to the Terra Place neighborhood. Like others across the country, however, Farmers Branch hotels suffered major losses during the coronavirus pandemic as people essentially stopped traveling, especially in the summer.
Hotels in general took about a 70 to 80% drop in revenue year over year, and that's pretty substantial. We're starting to see group travel return some because previously group was just pushing back and pushing back and pushing back. And we're excited because now we have some soccer teams coming in for tournaments and adds a little bit more excitement and flair to the hotel.
During the first quarter, local hotels saw an average amount of travel. Soccer, basketball, and cheer tournaments accounted for 1,578 room nights in Farmers Branch hotels from January to March. April, May, and June, however, were quiet months as hospitality slowed to a crawl nationwide. In July, there was a slight uptick in sports and business group travel with 220 room nights for a hockey tournament. The U90C soccer tournament received a state grant and Farmers Branch corporate loyalty assistance to secure almost 500 room nights. Later in the year, the Defeaters Kicks Thanksgiving Showcase brought 602 room nights to Farmers Branch hotels. Another large soccer tournament brought 850 room nights, and the Bloomin' Bluegrass Festival brought 529 room nights. Looking ahead, 3 major tournaments have already been booked for 2021. Another plus, the number of Farmers Branch hotels actually grew this year with the opening of the Hampton Inn on the west side near the Omni, adding 116 rooms. Another big win, Southwestern Health Resources. A merger of Texas Health Resources and UT Southwestern announced in October the new company would consolidate offices at Browning Place for a 150,000 square foot lease to accommodate 900 employees.
If we looked back 2 years, our organization was in 11 different locations. And we've been making a conscious effort to try to get people together, to be working together in proximity so that we can have that collaborative feel, building that culture and that team. And as you can see behind us, we're starting that transition as we look to bring all 900 employees under one roof in the Browning Place building in Farmers Branch. There were just a few areas that really fell in what we referred to as our heat zone for our employees. And Farmers Branch was one of those locations that was easy access, it was a good community, and of course we fell for the building that we're moving into as well, which is a great space and a great campus. And we're just really excited about that opportunity.
And perhaps the year's biggest economic win, a developer has now been chosen to design and build a major destination mixed-use property around the area known as Mustang Station. The development would include a new arts district for the city. Though the pandemic is not over, the local economy is showing resilience and even resurgence.
The shops at Mustang Station are really just a snapshot of the overall economy in the city of Farmers Branch. And so when you drive through here, you see signs of hope. You hear right now crews at work. doing the interior finish out for the tenants that had delays in 2020. So we know there were delays and there were hardships, but we're so thankful for the signs of hope that we see now. And we're going to sit on a patio in 2021 and we're going to talk about these stories of the people and their perseverance.
Overall, Farmers Branch and its commercial partners have proven to be adaptable and tenacious, even during a tough year like 2020, with great expectations for the next year, 2021. And that'll do it for the Farmers Branch Economic Development Update for calendar year 2020. Your economic development team continues to work hard each and every day to bring new businesses here to Farmers Branch and to encourage existing businesses to stay. We'll be back in a few months with a look back at the first quarter of 2021, hopefully with a very different environment, both medically and economically. Until then, I'm Jeff Brady for FBTV. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here next time.
A second time?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know what I said. Okay.
Because you look
I'm freezing.
stiff, and I know, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
just-
I'll warm up visually.
We're going to go get you a nice hot Starbucks.
Ooh, that does make me happy. A chai tea latte.
Until then, I'm Jeff Brady for FBTV. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back in just a short... I think you've already said enough.
Have I?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we've said enough here. Bang.